desert out. Got this big red dildo in the middle. It's Zach's truck. I'm just being a truck whore because mine's at the welding shop. Waiting for the dust to clear so I can snap a fall photo. So yeah, where did this coil? Here, did my hair look flat? There we go. Now I'm looking like a trucker. Where are we? We are on the Oris Road, 6-0. We're going out to 53 because I don't think you can over permit 100%. I don't know what it is with the Oris Road, but we always had the wheel service rigs in here all year long, depending on weight, of course. So we're 53 out to Rimby, and then we got to go to Champion. I was like, I was hoping it was going to be just like a short jaunt today because I worked late last night and coiled yesterday in a flat top tandem all the way to GP. And when I hit the white quartz scales, it went into 5-cylinder mode. Just when I needed all the power I could have, it went into 5-cylinder mode. I was like, I had lots of time, and then I was like, had like half an hour to spare. When I left the Edgar scales at 6 a.m. and got all the way to, we went to Claremont, Trican, and dropped it off. I was supposed to be there for 3 p.m. It was there at like 2:35 p.m. Yeah, that section of the highway is murderous, especially in a Cat, twin turbo Cat, and it went into 5-cylinder mode. We have a T-bed that did the same thing, and they just got it fixed. They put in a whole new injector harness. So yeah, I tried all the tricks in the book, shutting off the battery, shutting it off, yada yada. I went in there and wiggled all the harness. Yeah. Then I came home, flat top tandem life. Oh my lord. For you guys that don't drive like C5 flat tops, I think it's flat top period, because I've never had a flat top that didn't. Every like and I think it's an 8-bag too, so it's even worse when you're empty. Every like sharp heave, pretty much the back wall punches you from behind. It's like having a kid behind you in the car seat kicking your back. It's worse. I'd take the kid kicking my car seat over that kicking me in the back. But yeah, and the speedo was whack. I found some sweet spots where it kind of worked, but and then it only had a short back. Maybe it was a mid bag. So yeah, by the end of the day, my neck was killing me. This has only got a mid bag too, which the only way to rock a flat top for a tall guy is you got to have a short back seat. And what else? So yeah, the speedo was whack, so the cruise control wouldn't work properly. It would like, and it would just like pin itself, because it's like, oh, we're climbing a hill, it's time to pin it back to 105. And I was already doing 105, so it was just like taking off, and it's got short gears, so every time I do that I have to kick off the cruise. It wasn't a really nice journey, let me tell you that. Started out the morning by having like the mechanics put mud flaps on the booster, so it's checker plate to cover so shit doesn't fly up, and it covers the whole back of the coil, right? And they don't want that. I can understand why they're doing it. And then they put mud flaps on the front with anti-sail. So I picked it up from Edgar. Everything was good. Looked at everything. I didn't really look how long the mud flaps were. This is the only thing I could come up with. When I come out of their shop, it comes down a little bit of a hill and then it turns. And there was a pretty good hole that's punched out in the gravel before you get onto the pavement. And when you turn, the booster dumps the air. And this is the only thing. I'm like, I didn't touch anything. I'm like, there's no way I just sideswiped something and it just wouldn't happen. It was like straight out of its parking spot, big open yard, big turnout on the pavement. And by the time it scales and I'm scaling, moving ahead for the booster, got my flashlight out because it's like 5:30 in the morning, and look at the booster and the anti. I'm like, what's this, a cord? I grab it. It's the anti-sail rod, and it literally must have dumped the air, the mud flap just enough that it went under the tires while I was turning a corner, grabbed the anti-sail, ripped half the fender like 90% off, and it was just hanging by it's straight, and then it had a lip, and that's where it all bolted on. Brand new bolts and all this stuff. I'm like, they must have just put these on. And was wrapped around the rim. I was like, what? I'm like, how did this happen? So I'm like, man, I'm lucky I didn't blow 2 tires or have a smoking show or something like that, right? So I was like, scratching my head out. I was driving somebody else's truck, so luckily there was 2 crescent wrenches. Undid the bolt and got it kind of undone. Pulled the anti-sail around the tire because I was like, oh, if I even try to move, I'm like scared I'm gonna catch like valve stem or something. I'm just like, gotta take it off somehow. So that was my morning. Yeah. But anywho, okay, well, I'm just gonna take a picture now that the dust is cleared, and we'll mosey on.
Set the aim on my waistline, rock my hips side to side, move the mountains within me, pour sweet lullabies in my ear. We've got a rich life to remember, and the ambition to spend it high. Can you lend me a hand while I strut on this land? Come on, lover, don't pretend that I'm not enough. Get me high and let me die. Come on.
turn them off or not. Me no understand that. Look, man, for a guy that doesn't wear his shoes in his truck, it's pretty fucking messy. Do 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 do. Pro heat. This guy's a pro. I got a feeling, yeah. Yeah. This truck's wired wrong like mine too. Shut that up. Rattle City. Oh, stop and whiz just at Alderside here. Oh, the strong scent of shit. What's that? They're tracking me. They're like, this guy is driving way too fast. Along my journey, I just realized, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, man, this thing is riding awesome. It's because I got air ride tonight. And not a 16 wheel. I'll put the weights in here. I weighed at the scales. I know you're like, I thought you said you're gonna be out there for 8. It's a lot darker for an 8 p.m.er. Grease daily. I hope somebody did. Just after I parked, they're like, yeah, they changed their mind to midnight. I'm like, midnight? I'm like, that's a huge change. So here we are. It's like 10:30. Going out by Enchant. Everything's looking real good here, looking real good. Truck's pulling like a champ, drinking fuel like it's going out of style. Man, that's a AK-47 bullet nipples. I've only done like 400 kilometers and I've already smashed half the tank. Everything's looking good, looking good. Alright, we carry on.